What's up, YouTube? So now I'm loading up the truck. I thought I'd share with you guys some of my personal day as I go about my work and cut a tree down. Hopefully this gives you a pretty good idea of what goes on at my job, and just want to share and hope everybody out there who's wondering about tree work can get a little something out of it and see what it entails. It's mostly a lot of being careful and watching out for gutters and fences and things like that, and then it's a lot of walking and dragging and wearing earplugs. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. It's always hilarious when the work site proves me wrong yet again, but yeah, usually I have to back this truck up about 3 or 4 times before I get it anywhere close to the hitch, and today I just got it probably within an inch or two, so hopefully I can just pop this right on here. I guess I've just never believed people when they've told me to do things and said, oh, you know, it's better to learn from from other people than it is to learn from your own mistakes. But in my case, it seems like all the best lessons have been learned by mistakes and experience. So I'm going to show you guys something. When I first started driving this thing, I smashed off this little pin right here, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm just gonna, actually I think it was another hitch, but the same kind. And I was like, oh, I think I'll just drive it without this pin because it's got this locking mechanism here. And look, it won't open. See? You can wiggle it and shake it and it won't open. And then one day, this whole chipper decided it was a good time to bounce right off. So I don't know how it wiggled free, but it definitely wiggled free. I'm going to put this on because I'm going to forget if I don't. The whole thing wiggled free. And trailer went towards the left side of the truck there. Smashed into this, or actually smashed into this framing member here, and completely bent this thing to a horrible contorted angle, and which ended up in sort of made these bolts on the top of the chipper extremely hard to get out because it changed the angles on things, and so I had to put a nice straight bar there. But that was my own fault for you know, they provide this pin and I was just like, oh, you know, I think I'll probably be okay. That was a good lesson learned by experience. I'm gonna go head up to the local shop and get my my glasses. I think my glasses have finally lost their usability. They're very hard to see through now, and I need sunglasses that are also protective. So I'll see you guys in the next shot. So here's a little update on this thing. Apparently, the handle that I used to tighten this onto the next piece is missing. So probably laying on the floor of my other truck somewhere. Who knows? I'll have to replace that part, which takes away my pole saw, which means I'm cutting all this stuff with the climber saw. So there it is. We'll see how it goes. Okay, YouTube, sorry about that. I guess I ran out of memory or something on that, but as you can see, the fun part of the job is over, and the swinging and the climbing didn't take too long. It's 9:30, and I probably got to the job site an hour, maybe less than an hour ago, and so this just shows the proportion of fun to work that you have on a job like this. But from here on, it's just dragging and chipping and cutting that last piece down, and it's mostly labor. And I'll give you a time update when I get to the next step. But the easiest part is the climbing when it's the small trees like this. Bigger trees, I don't think that's the case. But in this particular job, I was happy to climb less time because climbing can wear out your nerves and just drain your mind, and there's lots of decision making involved. So here, shouldn't take too long to clean this up. I'll give you a time update. Alright, YouTube, now comes the fun part. Chipping these branches into little shreds of wood I can dump at a goat farm. Okay, YouTube, it is 12 o'clock, and I just now have the backyard cleaned up, the fence installed, and most of the branches chipped up. This part of the job can take a little while, but I basically have to rake up everything, turn off the chipper, put it all in a pile, throw the wood in the truck, clean up my tools, and then do a final blow in the area and chip what I can, or just throw it in the back of the truck. So this part can take a little while, but as you can see, it's noon, and 9:30, that's 10:30, 11:30, that's 2.5 hours for cleanup. And I just now got done chipping, which probably only took like 10 or 15 minutes. So it's pretty fast, but the blowing, the raking, that's the slow part. So now I'm gonna finish cleanup. So there it is, YouTube. The area is nice and clean. Has to be very nice because all the neighbors drive by and say, oh, he missed a couple chips, or there's still a mess in my grass. It's got to be very clean. That way everybody knows I'm serious and I want their business. So I got to take this truck over to the dump site now. But first, I'm thirsty, so I'm going to go get something to drink. Right now it's 12:22, so sorry I didn't get back sooner with the time updates, but pretty much from the time that I got down from the tree until now is 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30. That's 3 hours of cleanup and 1 hour of climbing. It's not always like that. Sometimes the climbing takes a long time, but that's all of it right there. So I'm gonna show you guys when I'm unloading and what that looks like, because I got a special kind of dump on this truck. What's up, fellas? What you doing? Are you gonna help? Come on, don't you want to help out? Yeah, good, thank you. At least one volunteer. Here's the lovely goat field. Hey, I got an idea. Oh, Eddie, why do your sides on your truck look so stupid? Well, because they're not made to look good. They're made to be useful, you see? Oh, yeah! Wow! That's amazing! And that, my friends, is the patented high-tech easy dump system by Ed. Alright, YouTube, so I just finished up with my dumping, and I'm over here at the local countryside market, and I just picked up me some Flora's Natural. I'm thirsty, and so thirsty I can't stand it. So right now, I'm willing to bet it's about 2:30. Let's see. 2:35, and I'm done dumping, but I'm about 20-25 minutes, depending on traffic, away from being back at the house. And got other things on my plate I could be doing for the business and working on equipment and welding and mechanical stuff, but as far as that tree job goes, it's done, and I'm pretty happy with how things went. Probably, I don't know, I think it could have been done a little bit faster if I hadn't been filming it, but I'm just getting used to that. So but it's been a good day. It's always nice when the day, like the actual money-making part of the day, is over a couple hours before dinner, because there's always something that I have to do, whether it's mechanical or going to the store. A lot of things, it's information seeking. I have to find, a product or something, some sort of a solution. I have to shop for something that is hard to come by, or, a lot of times I have to take something from one property to another because I use other people's property for a lot of my stuff, and like my tractor's in one place, my welder's in another place, my tools are all in one of my trucks, not this one here, but the Dodge, which is the one I'm working on right now. And the tools and stuff are all spread out. I got stuff down in my basement that sometimes I need, like my jack, for example. My jack is at the house, so if I need my floor jack and my tools and my welder, then you can see how I have to go from place to place. But it's fine, because like I said, the day's work is pretty much over, and I can kind of relax and drink this orange juice right now, and I'll probably go to the bank, but I might put that off. There's always accounting and stuff to be done, and the list goes on. It's an endless list of things to do, because I've gotten to the point now where if I want to improve, it's just up to me. It's not waiting for money anymore. It's trying not to make too many improvements at once, because that can be very expensive. I could spend every dollar improving the business and have nothing to pay the bills with. So anyways, hope you guys have enjoyed the show, and maybe it gives you a little insight into what goes on at the tree job, and why it's so rewarding. Maybe I think people wonder, but it is very rewarding. There's gaps in time like this are very beneficial to me and my family. They give us a chance to get together, to rest, to handle problems, and things that your job just never seems to allow you to do when you're working flat 40 hours at the hours they tell you to work. So yeah, all right, well, talk to you later, YouTube. Bye bye.